Hey guys, Jeremy here, and today we're going to be looking at the JazzPut multi-port wall charger, which was sent to me at no charge for this review. And in this review, I'm just going to show you this thing, how it works, and then do just a little bit of a demonstration. Not that we need much of a demonstration for a wall charger. We all know how wall chargers work, but it is a multi-port, which means that these ports are going to distribute the power between the ports that you're using. If you're using a single port, you're going to get 20 watts of power. It's got a 40 watt max power outage, so even if you're just using one port, whether it's going to be the USB-A, USB-C, or if it's going to be the provided retractable cables, you're only going to get a maximum of 20 watts per port. Now, once you start using these, it's going to distribute that, and so some of them are going to be a double 20 watt, or some of them are going to be an 18 and a 20. It just depends on what combination you use, and I'm going to go through that for you so that you're able to know which ports are going to be your best ports while charging. Now, you do have the quick charge USB-A at the top. You do have a USB-C port also, and then you also do have these retractable cables. Now, the only thing that I would say about these cables is that if you don't have any fingernails, they can be a little bit of a booger to pull out. So you do have a USB-C cable here, and it's 34 inches, which in my opinion, that's odd. I mean, I know it's even, 34 is even, but why stop at why stop at 34? Maybe if you pull it out, stretch it tight, it might go 36, but anyways, it's retractable. So it's going to stay just like that until you pull it just a little bit, just like that. And then these can flip down for convenient, easy storage, so that it doesn't get caught on anything if you're sticking into a backpack, a fanny pack, or a purse or something like that. And these also do fold up just like that to get out of the way. So the first thing I want to show you here is in the instruction manual, you do have your power distribution here when you're using whether it's going to be the cables or the plugs themselves. And so that is what that looks like right there. So you don't want to lose that, and if you do happen to lose that, it is on the bottom side of the charger itself. There you go. So you can see that power distribution there. And what that power distribution looks like is we're going to call the C1 and C2, and then we're going to call this the P1 and P2, and then you've also got an LED light which lets you know that it's on. So if you're using C1 and C2, then those are each going to be 20 watts a piece. C1 and P1, 20 watts a piece. C2, P2 is going to be 20 watts a piece. If you do P1 and P2, you're going to get 20 watts here, 18 watts here. If you do a C1 and a P2, then it's going to be a shared 15 watts. A C2 and a P1 is going to be a shared 15 watts as well. C1, if you're using three of them, if you're doing a C1, C2, and a P1, then you're going to get a 20 watt plus a 15 watt. Again, you're going to get a maximum of 40 watts out of this, and so we can go through that whole scenario and all of those combinations, but they're all right there in the user's manual, so we're not going to mess with that any longer. Going to go ahead and turn on my screen record. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and see if we can get a charge into our S7. It is the old style plug, so it's just it's a USB-A mini, I guess you'd call it. So we're going to see, there it goes. So it's putting juice in right away. So we're going to leave that charging here for just a minute. We're going to grab my S23, wherever I did with that, and I'm going to show you the screen and I left it here. So you can see I got 64%, and we are discharging, and what we want to look at here is the electrical current. Now again, it's currently discharging, so once we plug this in, it should jump up to charging and give us a fairly decent charge. Look at that. Now if I unplug, it shouldn't make a difference here. Actually, if we go with the P1 and the P2, so my S7 is getting 18 watts and my S23 is getting up to 20 watts. It shouldn't make any difference when I unplug the S7, and it doesn't make any difference at all. Now the next thing I want to look at is with the provided retractable cable that's already there, is that going to give me a faster charge, or is it just going to be the same? jumped right back up there to the 13 watts. And so there you see how that works. Now, I don't have an iPhone, so I'm not able to check the lightning cable on there. But you know what? You do have 4 options there. You've got a USB-C retractable. You got your lightning You got your lightning retractable. You got a USB-C port 20 watt, and then you've also got a USB-A port 18 watt quick charge. And so super nice. I tell you what I'm going to do for you is going to go ahead and do that quick charge with the USB-C just to see what kind of a charge that does give us. Remember, we was at 13.4 with the USB-C to USB-C, and so we'll just see what a USB-A to USB-C quick charge does, just for fun. And that also takes us up to 13.5, so that's really not too bad. Now, I do want to show you we are sitting at 65% now. Fast charging is connected, and it's going to tell us just how long it takes to charge that phone. So if we go into our settings, we can see that it's going to tell us 40 minutes, fast charger connected, 40 minutes left to charge this from 65 up to 100%. That's really not so bad, is it? It's pretty quick. So really nice wall adapter. Got several different options with that, with your USB-A quick charge, your USB-C, your USB-C retractable, and your lightning retractable. The only thing I would say about this is that it is just a little bit big and bulky, kind of obnoxious, but you know, it does have the power that you need to do multiple devices, and I think that if you was to go ahead and pull the trigger and get this, you're not going to be disappointed with it.